Thank you so much. On behalf of Karen, who has been mistaken for my daughter many times today. I just want you to know that. And we don't have all 7 of the kids here. We have a good sampling. We're missing our youngest, our little 3-year-old, and we're missing our oldest, who was here. We're here with us in Iowa, but our little one's a little under the weather, and our oldest is in a wedding today of our niece, her favorite cousin. So one of those things. But we've got the rest of the family here. Let me introduce our oldest, John, who's here. Daniel, there you go. Sarah Maria, Peter, and Patrick. All right. Thank you all very, very much. It's just so great to see a great crowd here today. We have, Karen and I and the kids came here almost 3 weeks ago. And we came here and everybody said, well, you know, Santorum, he's somebody that, people like him, he's a nice guy, but he really has no chance of really making his mark here in Iowa. And we didn't believe them, and, well, frankly, neither did you. We went out and in the last 2 weeks, we hit 50 cities in 15 days. We've done over 60 counties in this state, more than anybody else. In fact, I was with Chuck Grassley the other day, and I saw him at an event, and I walked up to him. I hadn't seen him in months. And I said to him, I looked him in the eye, and I said, first thing I said to him, I said, hi, Chuck, 62 counties. And Chuck looked back at me and said, 85. And he said, I had the other 14 had they not canceled the break in July 4th. So Chuck's out there working for us. In fact, I was with Chuck at the fair yesterday, and we've been working very hard, as you saw from the debate. How'd I do in the debate, by the way? Did I do okay? How many people are here today who might not have been here, but because of what happened at the debate? Come on, give us a career. Anybody? Raise your hand. A lot of folks. So I think we did very, very well at that debate. And you know what? The debate was sort of typical of what this campaign's been all about. We have to scratch and claw for every inch of territory in this campaign, because the folks in New York and in Washington and the folks who think they can decide for you who's going to be the next president, well, they're not particularly excited about our campaign. They're not excited about a guy who's defeated 3 Democrats, 3 incumbent Democrats, 3. They're trying to ignore a guy who's done that, not just in 3 heavily Democratic, 2 Democratic districts and a state of Pennsylvania that hasn't elected a Republican for president since 1988. And so they don't want someone who's accomplished things, who's been a leader on conservative principles on national security, on economics, on fiscal accountability, and on moral cultural issues. They don't want someone who's been a leader and someone who's gotten things done, who's moved the needle for the conservative cause. So I had to go to you, just like the other night. I had to raise my hand. I'd say I have to fight and scrape and claw. We call our campaign the Little Engine That Could campaign. You got a lot of campaigns with fancy buses and balloons and all sorts of wonderful things. We're just this little engine. And, you know, the media pays a lot of attention to these shiny engines that keep coming by. All these shiny engines of who's going to get in the race or who might get in the race. And you know what we did? We just hitched it up and started chugging up the mountain. And we've been working and working and working. This family has been out there working for us. How many got a call from one of my kids? Anybody get a call from one of my kids? They've been on the phone. Karen's been working hard, traveling the state with me, as some of the kids have, because we're committed to Iowa. We know and we trust the people of Iowa that if we have an opportunity to get out in front of you and you get a chance to kick the tires, and you guys kick pretty hard, that if you get a chance to kick the tires, then you'll see that we measure up with anybody in this race, and in fact, we measure up better than anybody in this race. That's why today, you, all of you here, and I look around, I see so many familiar faces who did parties for me in your backyard, who came to county dinners and then came to town hall meetings, who organized buses for us and cars, and This was a grassroots effort. I was on Jan Michelson's show last week, and one of the reporters before I came on said our campaign was the Ring of Fire campaign. We didn't just spend our time running around Story County, and nothing against Story County, but we decided this draw polls for all of Iowa. And we got people here from Lyon County, and we got people here from Burlington, and we got people here from Strawberry Point, we got people here from Council Bluffs, we got people here from every corner of the state, and we're working hard, that Ring of Fire. Now you can bring that fire here today, put on your badge. I talked to lots of folks, Karen and I were talking to folks as they were coming in. There's still a lot of undecided voters. You know what we need to be? We need to be proud of who you support. Put that badge on. You see someone without a badge, come up and say, hey, have you heard about Rick Santorum? What do you think? Help us out. Start that fire, that ring of fire right around this tent, right around this Coliseum here, and we will do something that no reporter in this town believes can happen. We will do something that no reporter in this town thinks can happen. We can win this thing. We can win this thing. So you go out there and say this is not the mainstream media's country. This is not MSNBC's country. It's not even Fox News' country. This is your country. And you get a chance to choose who's going to be the next president of the United States. Go out there, Iowa, deliver a great message for us. Let's go and win. God bless you.